The operation of the tool, it depends on the frequency you use it. Some people will look at this on a daily basis, some of them weekly, monthly, yearly. BudgetWise requires very little effort. Users simply will have to go first to each of the accounts, update or import the files from the CSV, identify subcategories, fill out anything that is uncategorized for each of the accounts, and from that point, it's just look at the numbers. You go to the overview, you can compare budgets and actuals, and you can go to the dashboards if you want to see more information. In the case of recurring transactions, you can go to the calendar, you can track your bills. The system runs mostly on autopilot for the rest. Each account has its own page where transactions are stored. To update an account, export a CSV file from your bank for that specific account, making sure that it includes all the transactions since your last update, which appears on the top of each of the account pages. Or since the starting date if this is your first time importing transactions, which in our case it is. It is important to keep track of which file belongs to which account, so you always import the correct CSV file into the matching account page. Go to the account you want to update, then click Import from CSV. In the file selection window, locate the CSV file you downloaded from your bank, usually in your download folder. Select it and click Open. And that's it. BudgetWise will import the new transactions and automatically ignore any overlap with transactions that were imported previously. If a CSV file is not practical, or if you are managing a cash or a pocket account, you can always enter the transactions manually by adding a date, a description, and a value directly. Just keep in mind that when you move money from your bank into cash or pocket money, the bank account will show an expense. To balance this correctly, you should add a positive entry into your cash or pocket account, since this is a movement of money, not an actual expense. Once the import has finished, which can take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes depending on the number of transactions, click Identify Categories or subcategories on the top. This will scan all uncategorized transactions and based on your keywords, automatically assign them to the appropriate subcategory. Any transactions that are not categorized automatically will require a quick manual selection. If you start noticing patterns, like in this case, where a word or part of a word is consistently linked to a specific subcategory, add it to the keyword list. Over time, this allows BudgetWise to automatically categorize the majority of your transactions, making the process faster and easier every time you update. From this point, just continue with the other accounts that you have. In my case, I only have the credit account. So import the file. I'm gonna just explain why there was an error in this one. When I set up the information in the accounts for the credit, I actually never fixed the columns. For this one, the columns were set up in a different configuration. So it was date, description, detail, no headers. So I have date, description 2, value 3. As I go back to this one, I can now import the file and then identify categories. The overview page shows you your budget and actual spending month by month. You will see the income, expenses, savings, and down the bottom, all related categories for your net worth and how they increase over time based on the information provided during the setup. In this page, you have a few advanced features and controls. However, you don't need to remember all of these now. This section is about showing you what's possible. You'll notice that the monthly budgets you define during setup have been automatically applied to every month across the full time of the 5 years. This number basically stays consistent. That said, these budgets are not locked. You can adjust the budget for any individual month and any subcategory whenever you want. This gives you the flexibility to adapt your budget as your situation changes. Just keep in mind that if you go back to the setup page and enter a new default budget value for a subcategory, then you click setup again, this new value will apply it across all 5 years. When it comes to net worth, the estimated column is calculated automatically. It takes the previous month value, applies the return of or growth rate you defined, and add any regular contributions you set during setup. Whenever you receive a real valuation, for example, an updated property value or investment balance, you can enter the amount on the adjusted column. From that point on, all future estimates will be based on this new value. You don't need to update everything at once. Just adjust items as reliable information becomes available. Beyond reviewing the numbers, you can also explore them in more detail. If you ever see an actual value that looks unusual and that you want to understand better, simply double-click on it. This opens a summary page showing all the transactions that make up that value. So there is no need to search through account pages manually. If you spot a transaction that have been assigned to the wrong subcategory, you can double-click again directly to it, and it will take you to the account page, and you can correct that one to the correct subcategory, which I'll just make it up in this case. Back on the overview page, you can use the display settings to control what information you see. By default, the overview shows all 5 years of budget versus actuals for each of the months. But you can change these and narrow it down to a specific date range so you can focus on what matters right now. So in this case, I'm just going to put it from the starting date to the end of 2026. You can also choose how values are displayed. Budgets only, actuals only, both, or Smart View that shows actuals for past months, budgets for future months, and both together for the current month. Finally, if you want to analyze how a specific subcategory or category changes over time, you can select it directly from the overview page. Double-click on the left side of the subcategory in column D to select or unselect as many categories or totals or categories as you want. Once you have selected the subcategories you want to analyze, click the Graphs button at the top. This takes you to a dedicated graph page where each selected subcategory is plotted over time. Just remember, the graphs are generated based on your current display settings. It is affected by the date range you have selected and the type of display. If you're viewing 1 year, only that year will be graphed. And if you're viewing actuals only, the graph will reflect that. In this case, we have used the Smart View. So it will show you all the actual values for the previous months and all the budget values for the future ones. In the case where you actually have for the current month values on both, it will show you both of them. The dashboards. The dashboards bring everything together into a clear visual insight that are easy to understand at a glance. Simply select the month and the year using the drop-down options at the top. From here, you can quickly see your income, expenses, savings, all the account balances for the selected period. You also see your overall net worth, a list of your top 5 fixed and variable expenses, and a clear indication of how many transactions are still uncategorized, if that's the case. Scrolling down, you'll see the graphs corresponding to that information, so it's more visual. Scrolling down further, you'll find a dedicated section for your saving goals. At the top, you'll see a high-level overview showing total saved versus total goal. Below that, each saving goal is broken down individually, showing the overall goal amount, the target date, and based on your current progress, how much you should be saving each period to stay on track. For each goal, you can also see the budgeted amount for the month, what was actually being saved so far, and what remains to be saved to meet that target for that period. On the right side, there is a summary of recurring transactions, showing the total of recurring items for the selected period and a breakdown based on their current status. If you want to explore recurring transactions in more detail, you can jump to the calendar page, which we'll cover later in the video. It is important to highlight that the month and the year dashboard have the same structure. The only difference between the two is that they are basically looking at a different range or period. BudgetWise is designed to give you clarity, control, and confidence in your finances. Once set up, it becomes a powerful but simple habit. Thanks for watching and enjoy taking control of your budget.